thought that they were invincible and people, but now a Microsoft diversity officer gone, another one of this out, teachers, journalists, writers, even political creators like Gretchen Mark Turner. In the Army, these are the same people who lecture conservatives about hate speech. But when their hate comes out, it's a full display, and it actually costs them their careers. Actions have consequences. And the jokes that they made about Charlie Kirk's well, it just became that.
Let me ask you today, do you think Donald Trump is a fascist?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So, you think it's a good idea or expected post-structural education? No, for some of that value, it's not obviously. So if they say we don't work with propaganda, so this is something that has to be so it's a court, right?
What makes it propaganda?
Yeah, about Charlie Kirk ended up on Charlie Kirk UK's Twitter account. So I need to address this because it's all getting a little out of hand. Let me firstly state that I am no longer at the in Korea. My story has been removed.
In the neck at his own debate rally. I try to avoid American politics if possible, but I've opened X for a bunch of bitches crying and whinging about how political violence is never the answer. These people are gunning for politics that is inherently violent to its people. These people are gunning for politics that are inherently violent to a population, to marginalized people, to people who need to access
Wow,
their
even
healthcare.
people in
This
the
isn't the
UK
same.
lost their job.
This isn't just the
That's
US.
kind of
Let's look at
crazy.
it too. I'm sick of this idea
People
that
in
you're
the
part of the
UK were
violence
losing their
department. If
jobs.
somebody was slapping you in the face in the corner over and over and over, you're going to
That's kind of
cry.
funny.
You're not getting out of that unless you leave.
It's kind of
These
funny,
people do not care if you live or
but not
die.
really, chat. It's not really
They
funny.
don't, as long as you can work for them and make them money and not so useless, they don't care. They want you to die. Why is anyone condemning that? Fucking them all. Them all.
Rachel, quick pause because if you're watching this, you're exactly the kind of person who's going to love what we're talking about. We're talking taste up river tears nuts. We the people tease sexy and conservative shirts. Even a Trump final boss drop.
Oh my god, a Trump final boss shirt? That looked so badass. Oh my god, it was a Trump shirt, but instead of Tony Montana from Scarface, it was Trump. Yo, what up, Taha? Um, right now we're just getting ready to smoke a bowl, and we're just kind of scrolling through Twitter right now. Not Twitter, sorry. We're scrolling through YouTube right now. Just trying to. We're watching a video of a bunch of people that got fired. But I got bored. Alright, peace out. Cool.
On social media. And today, they are waking up, finding out that they have no jobs and they have been fired and laid off. Well, what do you think is going to happen? Just because you don't agree with somebody says,
I think it's funny how many people on here are crying about losing their jobs because they're like, oh, but it's free speech, right? It's free speech. And it's like, yes, it is free speech. But your employer also has the right to fire you for damn near any reason. If your employer feels like you're unsafe, or you're unfit, or you're unhealthy, or you're mentally ill, your employer can fire you for those reasons. So all these people that were posting all these celebration videos who are now crying about getting fired and are trying to cry about their free speech getting violated, it's not the same thing. Your employer does not have to care about that. It's not how that works, chat. Also, just a heads up, because I guarantee you most people don't know this. If you are caught celebrating someone's death like that, it doesn't even have to be someone as important as Charlie, just in any sense of the form. If you're celebrating anything like that, and someone sends it to OSHA, OSHA will almost always win. They will get you, and they will tell you you created an unsafe work environment, and we are forcing your employer to fire you. All right? I'm just saying. I'm watching a lot of these videos of, I'm just gonna label them because that's just how it is right now. We're watching a video of a bunch of liberals losing their jobs because they don't understand how free speech works. I'm sorry, that's just not how it works. I don't know why this liberal side just doesn't understand it. Yes, you have free speech. Yes, you could say whatever you want. No, your employer does not have to keep you employed at that point. I don't know why they don't understand that. They also have the freedom to not have you as their employer or to not have you work for them. Like, it's kind of insane watching these videos. Like, they just truly don't understand how the world works. Yeah, a lot of these people lost really good jobs. Could you imagine going to school for 6 years trying to get into the healthcare industry only to say something stupid online and then to like never be able to work in healthcare again? Chat, you don't get to say something like that while working in healthcare and then turn around and expect to have a lifetime career in healthcare. It's just not going to work. I guarantee you someone went to OSHA and OSHA turned around and was like, yeah, this person doesn't care about human life. They working in healthcare. Like, nope, we're getting rid of you. Like, come on, chat. Just fucking think about it. Come on. Where do you buy your weed? I got a little corner store down the street. I'm looking for some Kawasaurus. Yo, I like that name, Kawasaurus. Um, I got a little corner store down the street. Walk in, show them my ID. They're like, here's your weed, how much you want. I'm like, give me that sticky, icky. And they always hook it up. I don't smoke, but I love your videos. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. My live videos are definitely much different than my shorts. My YouTube shorts are mostly just there to motivate the stoners. I mean, that was the main plan, but lots of people need motivation. Motivation isn't just for hardworking people. They've kind of already understood the idea of it. My original thought of posting my YouTube shorts was these videos motivate me to work harder and to do better. So I just want to, what I do is I try to find the videos that I personally like relate to or like make me want to do better, and then I show those to other people. What are those bongs called? With a circle where you put the bud in and smoke comes out? A Gatorade bong? Ooh, I have done a Gatorade bong back in the day. I've smoked out of an apple. Apples are really cool. Wow, who was that chick? I feel like I recognized her. What state are you in? I'm in California. I'm in Northern California, though. I'm in the best part of California. Anything south of us, it's fucking trash. Alright, not everything south of us, because, like, there's still a couple things, but, like, man, once you hit, like, that Sacramento area and, like, everything south of that, it's just disgusting. We try to separate ourselves from them. So much so that Northern California has been trying to separate into two states for a long time. That's how much we don't get along with Southern California. That's where the good Zaza is legal. Very literally, they make movies about how good our weed is up here. One of my best friends growing up, one of my best friends growing up, moved over here from Hawaii in like sixth and seventh grade. And when I got into high school and I started smoking weed more, his dad's like a really cool fucking hippie dude. And we were smoking weed one day, and my neighbor grew really good weed back then, like really fucking good weed. And he had this like bubblegum kush or something. And like I wanted to show it to him. We smoked a really good bowl of it, and he sat there and was like, I've never missed Hawaiian weed before until just now, because smoking this weed truly reminded me of Hawaii. And I was just like, God damn, dude, California weed is really getting on the map. Really cool dude, though. Really cool dude. Alright, man, I gotta go. Love your streams. Enjoy your day. Yo, you too, man. Peace out. Peace and love. One love, man. One love. Pineapple Express is one of my favorite movies. I didn't know that, but that's like a saying that people actually used to say to each other when they were like leaving. Instead of like peace out or later, man, it was one love. I tried bringing that back in high school, but like I just felt weird saying one love to like other dudes. Now that I'm older, I don't give a fuck. I'd probably walk around just being like, yo, one love, man. I'll bring it back. I was gonna make another joke chat, but if you guys don't know the movie, it would just sound really, really bad. Matthew Dodd got fired. What a dumbass. The amount of people that lost their jobs over this is just sad. It's like, I don't get it because I'm I'm not like I'm not super conservative, but I'm fairly conservative. But for example, even when they said Biden was sick, my first thought wasn't like, oh, thank God, or no, like today's gonna be a good day. My first thought was, damn, that's sad. And then my next thought was, that's something they've probably known for a long time and they didn't tell him. Because presidents get checked up on like once a week, damn near, by like the best doctors in the world. And that's not a type of cancer that just sneaks up on you. Like, that's something that they had to have known for like a long time, especially for how advanced it was when it came out and they told us. Like, it's still sad. I live in a very conservative town, and I didn't meet or see or hear about a single person who was like happy about that kind of news. Like, it's still sad. I'll never understand it. I'll never understand where the empathy went. It's like people forget not that long ago we were all playing tag in the sandbox together, all having fun, worried about like what juice box we were getting or where we were sitting at the lunch table. And then we got to this point.
Having the most evil reaction to someone's death is literally disgusting.
To make our students feel safe, our conservative students feel safe, our Christian students feel safe, he needs to be removed.
Teacher placed on leave amid social media allegations. Yeah, there was a lot of teachers where they got video recorded saying some nasty shit. Lisa Greenleaf. Oof. How comfy of a life these people must have to be able to just like actively want to hunt down people they disagree with all day. It's like, man, where do you have the time, dude? Like, I'm fucking busy all day, every day. Like, I got no time for fucking nothing. Where do these people get all the time from and the energy? Like, fuck, I'm tired, man. I just got done with work, and you're over here just like, let's attack everybody we don't agree with, also. Fuck, man. You guys gotta be on some drugs or something to have that kind of energy. Jesus. I'm never trying to argue or be mean to the other side, but I will joke and fuck around with you guys. I just want you to be able to joke and fuck around right back. Don't take it so seriously. Like there's this vegan lady I work with who recently was telling me that she was vegan, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll eat twice as many steaks now when I go out, so we could even things out. And she just like laughed and was like, oh, you're funny. Yeah, we don't agree. I made a joke. She laughed because it's funny. It's like that's just how things should be. I wasn't saying it to be a dick or like I'm actually gonna do it. I was just trying to be funny, make people laugh.
Some of the posts on this website are private messages. People are snitching on folks in their lives. And if they receive what I've received in the last 48 hours, which I'm sure they have, I'm so worried about that. One, I look blood rate. And there are people out there who are using this money irresponsibly to serve up their perceived political enemies as a sacrifice. They're just really good. And I just really hope no one makes good on these threats. Because I think people live as if they can. This isn't about what it's about decency. Celebrating is beyond no matter who the topic is. And yet, thousands of people those who believe this, the internet just believes.
It's very true. The people that posted that stuff so confidently, I'm just like, man, ballsy, holy shit. It's like I may push the line on X and I may say some jokes that might be crossing the line sometimes, but I'm sorry. I grew up watching Chappelle Show, Richard Pryor, fucking George Carlin. I grew, even even Robin Williams got fucking dirty and nasty sometimes in his comedy. So when I go on X and I make jokes like I do, I'm never trying to be mean. I'm always just trying to be funny. Sadly, on X, it's hard to read comedy, so you just read words, and then people just freak out every time, and it's just like, dude, obviously not trying to be a dick. It is kind of crazy though, like thinking about the shows I grew up watching, and now we're in this weird age of like trying to censor everything. Like, that's so weird. Like, we literally grew up watching people like Richard Pryor and George Carlin do stand up. And then we get to this weird point where it's like, nah, we don't like words anymore. Words hurt. It's so weird. Especially because I don't like the argument of people like, oh, you mentioned this community or something, and then people got attacked, so it must be your fault. You did it or something. And it's like, no, that's not how that works. Wow. Some Taylor Swift fan tried to throw a Taylor Swift event and it failed miserably. Damn, that's crazy. Swifties are some of the craziest fan bases ever.
Necessarily as good as Southern himself, he still has over a million Instagram
They are
followers
absolutely insane.
associated with the Taylor Swift, which definitely does some heavy lifting in this audience here. So naturally, a small artist no reason event surrounding one of the world's biggest pop stars that includes a lunch with someone from her immediate circle, sign merch, walk product, and a Paul and Taylor. Fans will obviously pay that. And while the fans are probably used to insanely inflated ticket prices, these were no exception. Because despite it only being a fan event, even though it was a weekend-long event going to October 30th and all exclusive tickets would come up with meet and greet with him.
Alright, this scam got boring, so we're gonna find a different video.
I think it's good. Yeah, totally.
Tell me about it.
This is a great country, and it's on drugs. Yeah.
Women has always had a plan. And now, I want to have a plan for her.
I think it's good.
It's kind of crazy how many more videos I see on my YouTube feed
It's on
of
drugs.
people talking at colleges than I did just a week ago.
Yeah, I did. I'm studying political science here now, which is I like watching people debate, and it's just crazy.
Ooh, that was a good one. Holy damn.
What I would say is, University of Washington is very good campus, as I'm sure all of you know. I prepared a lot, and I tell you what, I'm only here today because Charlie died. I was planning on coming back on the 22nd. Class was actually in session, so I'd actually be talking and consider cherry blossoms. But I think right now it is pivotal and very important for people with conservative views to stand stronger than they ever have, express their opinions, and be fierce and fearless. Because we can't look at they want us to run away, they want us to hide, they want us to cower. But if we show them that killing people doesn't work, then we can stop doing it. But if we hide them, they'll keep doing it. Well, what you say is interesting because they think it's ironic that Charlie Kirk, the guy who advocated for gun rights, was killed while he was talking about gun rights. And they say that if Charlie just would have wanted gun control, maybe he'd be alive. What was actually ironic is that Charlie Kirk was murdered in a gun-free zone. College campus, it's no free zone. He was killed in a gun-free zone where there was already gun control, and it didn't stop everybody from going on that campus and never was murdered.
No matter which way you go, it's sad that it's not anymore. I'm from Arizona, so it's definitely a more right-leaning state in this. Because when I went to my school, yeah, so
Wow, she went to the same high school as Charlie's wife. Apparently, Arizona.
Have you ever been to America Fest?
No.
You should go. It's in Arizona. It's very cool. I think about it every year. It's just in December. It's just a conference, so you show up and every other year Charlie speaks.
America Fest? They have an America Fest? Why am I not getting my invite?
Trump usually speaks. Charlie usually speaks. Scott Presser, Amanda Tatum, sometimes Cancer, something else, people like that. They come and they speak. Politicians, leading voices, people like that. It's the turning point for Charlie's life is really for students, and so students get priority when they come to Amfest. So there's a
That's kind of cool. I didn't know there was an America Fest. I'm kind of jealous. Who knew?
selling things, just representing what they believe in, and learn about some stuff, and then there's the make all of people speak and stuff like that. It's great. There's also a turning point chapter at UW. Yeah, it's all women this year.
Yeah, I like the diversity. I feel like, especially in public policy, what can say really so information tends to get bad. And then like here in Wisconsin, so I was really excited to perspective that you know, when you're the university and actually talking with different people, it's just gonna open my eyes in certain ways. You know, it's just like,
What's your experience with that?
oh, I would want to know.
That's fair.
Yeah, but that's why I don't know. I mean, so about a week. What? But I can't say it's like super. Getting people engaged. But like everyone, like I feel like this is bigger than like the neutral, it's bigger than like which party you're on. And like I think this is like a good example of why we need to start building more like coalitions because we're so divided right now as a democracy. And this I think if we were more like together and more like this kind of stuff.
I think that's what Charlie was all about, building those coalitions. And, on this, I stand. I don't think Humphrey should be killed either. I don't think Nazis should be killed. I don't think anybody should be killed just for their opinions. Now, if you think that Nazis are, or you think you're Nazis, you think that Jews are like vile, disgusting creatures, and you want to kill them, you have done it. Then somebody should defend that person and take that person out. Yeah, but just
Ooh. Chad, it's almost time for a second cup of coffee. I'm so excited. My coffee's getting slightly cold. I can't tell you how many times I pick up my TV remote trying to control my Xbox over here. I do it all the time.
yeah. I'm usually sitting over by the cherry blossoms. Once last session, I usually try to come at least once a week. Yeah, and so, but obviously it's still technically like summer session, so there's not a lot of people. But yeah, I'm kind of professional coming up with marketing, but like keep it here. But yeah, no, during the session, I can put. Thank you guys. Thank you for your support. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
I forgot we're watching Trigun movie. We're watching the Badlands Rumble. I've only seen this movie once. 1.5 million followers watch this Navy soldier sink his career. The fuck did he do? You got 1.5 million followers? Jesus. I was excited when I hit 10. This guy's got 1.5 million. Wow, he's an active duty sailor. The fuck would gun control do? What a dumb statement. Yeah, ask the UK how that gun control's doing over there. Damn, this dude's an active U.S. Navy SEAL. Yeah, it's crazy. This guy's calling for a court martial on this active sailor. I'll be right back to it. Oh, sorry, chat. I'm back. I'm going to run to the bathroom. Oh, I feel so much better. I had to pee so bad.
Just the same way that he was this.
I'll be right back, chat. I get my coffee. What an absolute weirdo. Luckily, we still got Trigon going on over here. Yeah, my throat kind of hurts. Maybe I'm getting sick. Why are all these weirdos all kind of got the same kind of vibe of like, ugh? I love that all these people got fired and lost their jobs. That's absolutely amazing. It's so funny. Some of these people had been working towards these jobs for like 10 years just to make stupid comments on TikTok and then lose their careers. And some of these people are never going to be able to get a job in their field again. And that's kind of funny. Let's be real. That's kind of funny. Imagine working your whole fucking life to try and get something. And then right when you get there, you say something really fucking retarded and they're just like, nope. Can't work here no more. That is funny. Dang, I didn't realize multiple sports teams were honoring him. That's kind of cool. Oh, even the Yankees did too. Damn. So a lot of football teams. Ooh, interesting. And the animation is so good. Man, but who is this guy? I still want to know more. Whoa, he's blind? Did not see that coming, chat. Ooh. Still keeping his identity and everything a secret. Man with the sword, always interesting. Ooh. Oh, Hikaru finally woke up.
量が多くて不刺激しちゃったの中絶するために薬を作って山で増える水銀から作ったこの土地だけを作っているそれの名前の会社はオールヒーマルキって意味らしいその時建設地のその名前ミサそういうこと紳士だがダイエットを使うと痩 Yeah.
official without me. You mouth with me?
Mm-hmm. Are you asleep?
It's like, okay. That's something I still do.
I gotta pee.
just started this too.
Oh, Inuyasha. Or Yu Yu Hakusho? Yeah. I was finishing Trigun first.
Yeah, Trigun is very short.
Yeah, it is. Let's see what YouTube videos there are for the day.
So do you think Charlie should have been killed?
It's not about should nobody should be killed. I'm not saying to. I don't
Okay, that's fine.
you know. What's the liberal mind?
I'm sorry that you're in pain.
It's alright.
Is it still just your back?
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't think she's a really good situation.
someplace to escape to. In that sentence, he told us the entire story. If we lose freedom here, there's no place to escape to. This is the last stand on earth. And this idea that government, beholden to the people, that has no other source of power except the sovereign people, is still the newest and the most unique idea in all the long history of man's relation to man. This is the issue with this election. Whether we believe in our capacity for self-government or whether we abandon the American Revolution and confess that a little intellectual elite in a far distant capital can plan our lives for us better than we can plan them ourselves. You and I are told increasingly we have to choose between a left or right. But I'd like to suggest there is no such thing as a left or right. There's only an up or down. Man's old age dream, the ultimate, the individual freedom consistent with law and order, or down to the anti-totalitarianism. And regardless of their sincerity, their humanitarian motives, those who would trade our freedom for security have embarked on this downward course. In this bone harvesting time, they use terms like the Great Society, or as we were told a few days ago by the President, we must accept a greater government activity in the affairs of the people. But they've been a little more explicit in the past, and among themselves, that all of the things I now look for have appeared in print. These are not Republican accusations. For example, they have voices that say the Cold War will end through our acceptance of a not undemocratic socialism. Another voice says the profit motive has become outmoded. It must be replaced by the incentives of the welfare state. Or our traditional system of individual freedom is incapable of solving the complex problems of the 20th century. Senator Fulbright has said at Stanford University that the Constitution is outmoded. He referred to the president as our moral teacher and our leader. And he said he has hobbled in his task by the restrictions of power imposed on him by this antiquated document. He must be free so that he can do for us what he knows is best. And Senator Clark of Pennsylvania, another articulate spokesman, defines liberalism as meeting the material needs of the masses through the full power of centralized government. But I, for one, resent it when a representative of the people refers to you and me, the free men and women of this country, as the masses. This is a term we haven't applied to ourselves in America. But beyond that, the full power of centralized government, this was the very thing the founding fathers sought to minimize. They knew that governments don't control things. A government can't control the economy without controlling people. And they know when a government sets out to do that, it must use force and coercion to achieve its purpose. They also knew, those founding fathers, that outside of its legitimate function, government does nothing as well or as economically as the private sector of the economy. Not too long ago, a judge here in Los Angeles, he told me that a young woman had come before him for a divorce. She had 6 children and pregnant with her 7th. Under his questioning, she revealed her husband was a laborer earning $250 a month. She wanted a divorce to get an $80 raise. She's eligible for $330 a month in the Aid Children program. She got the idea from 2 women in her neighborhood who'd already done that very thing. Yet anytime you and I question the schemes of the do-gooders, they're denounced as being against their humanitarian goals. They say we're always against things, we're never for anything. Well, the trouble with our liberal friends is not that they're ignorant. It's just that they know so much that it isn't so. Now,
Damn, what a crazy quote. Go Reagan.
many people who can't see a fat man standing beside a thin man without coming to the conclusion the fat man got
Was he the first person to do the Make America Great Again?
so they're going to solve all
No, but he was definitely ahead of his time in politics. He knew where the Democrats were going with things.
at the end. And they've had almost 30 years of it. Shouldn't we expect government to read this story once in a while? Shouldn't they be telling us about the decline each year in the number of people needing help? A reduction in the need
He's like, the problem with the Democrats isn't that they're ignorant, it's that they know so much that isn't so. Which is just funny because
17 million people went to bed hungry each night.
it seems so true.
We're all on a diet. But now we're told that 9.3 million families in this country are poverty stricken and the biggest earning less than $3,000 a year. Welfare spending 10 times greater than it was in the dark depths of the Depression. We're spending do a little arithmetic and you'll find that if we divided the $45 billion up equally among those 9 million poor veterans, we'd be able to give each family $4,600 a year. And this added to their present income should eliminate poverty. The poor, however, is only running about $600 per family, meaning that someplace there must be some overhead. So now we declare war on poverty, or you too can be a Bobby Baker. Now, do they honestly expect us to believe that if we have $1 billion to the $45 billion we're spending, one more program to the 30-odd we have, and remember this new program doesn't replace any, it just duplicates existing programs. Do they believe that poverty is suddenly going to disappear by magic? Well, in all fairness, I should explain there is one part of the new program that isn't duplicated. This is the youth feature. We're now going to solve the dropout problem, juvenile delinquency, by reinstituting something like the old CCC camps. And we're going to put our young people in these camps. But again, we do some arithmetic and we find that we're going to spend each year just on room and board for each young person we help, $4,700 a year. We can send them to Harvard for $2,700. Well, don't get me wrong. I'm not suggesting Harvard is the answer to juvenile delinquency. Seriously, what are we doing to those we think they help?
Oh, that's a very good point, though. Which is funny because that's a lot of people's arguments as to why prison doesn't work. Because it's literally cheaper to send a prisoner to college than it is to keep them in prison. And they're like, instead of just sending people to prison all day, just send them to like a prison school or some kind of thing. Teach them some stuff, and they won't do it again.
I think prison should be there for violent people who are just gonna die. Like prison is like, you're here because you are a horrible person and we're pretty much like, you don't deserve life free of anything anymore. So prison should be for it, in my opinion. Everything else, I think it would be better if it was like mandatory workforce. It's like you did crimes that aren't, violent and horrible to the human race. Then it's like you said, it's almost like going to college, but it's like going to the workforce. Like you're gonna go out there and you're gonna learn how to fucking do the forestry. You're gonna learn how to fucking like clean up the trees and chop them down and make the burn piles. You're gonna like throw rocks over in the lumber yard. You're gonna do jobs that are physically demanding, and then you do them every day. And then you're gonna be like, fuck, dude, I don't want to do this job. And I have to do it because it's like, almost like volunteer work, but not like when they do community service. Do a lot more of that. Because then if you're making people do these jobs and it's like that's what they have to do, I think they think twice about crime. Because when you're just like, oh, go sit in a cushy prison, like people are like, oh yeah, it's cushy. And it's like, yeah, for some people it is. Like that's what they forget is it always sucks for some people.
That's true.
That's like we force them to do jobs that nobody wanted to do, they would probably not do crimes. And people were like, oh, slavery. And I'm like, no, that's what community service is. Like, you can't say slavery if you make all these kids do it. Do you want me to try rubbing your neck?
I don't know if it'll help.
Yeah, I don't know either, but that's why I asked.
That's different. That would never happen. People want reparations because they want money. This is not really, there's no logic in this at all, right? Like, I mean, I can see reparations for something like, Japanese internment camps, because it was people who were directly affected by, like, let's say, a certain thing. But, like, in terms of, overall, absolutely.
Kubara, a problem, oh, a promise between men. I was like, what? I was like, he is a problem between men, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The promise.
No, being open-minded at all, like, that automatically rules out like 30% of people on each side. Probably 20% of people, maybe 10% of people on each side, maybe it's not past 30. But it rules out a lot of people on each side.
I'm sorry. I was not trying to hit that area. Like, it literally was just something that made my fingers slip. And I was like, it's so weird because I'm literally trying to go soft and slow. And I'm trying to not even like hurt the danger zone.
So, and they're also a form of social posturing. So they act this way in order to seem like they're part of the injury. There aren't a lot of these positions that are actually informed by any sort of like
This thing right here.
Mm-hmm. That hurts.
They're just simply there's a huge expectation and a huge pressure.
Maybe I need to put another patch on my shoulder.
In this area.
I was thinking more like right here. Feel it like right here every time you touch it.
I can't see through. Okay, I was like, yeah.
Feel it like on the back of my shoulder. Ooh.
Well, the problem with that is, and I think the reason why that's happened is because we've allowed people to exist in a world that is their truth. And I think this has happened with like allowing people to believe that they're two-spirited. It's allowing people, it's happened with people believing that.
Two-spirited sounds like such a dumb term.
And it's
Overly passionate.
that are making up definitions for Nazi or racism.
I'm also tired of people bringing that shit up like it's something natives have been saying for like hundreds of years or something, and then you Google it and it's like some chick from like the 90s had a dream and was like, oh yeah, I'm two people and I'm from the two-spirited people or something, and you're just like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get your like 5 minutes of fame.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't no two-spirited nothing.
She might be the size of two people, but
She may have. Although I've never really seen a fat native.
And I'm not saying it should be illegal to be stupid. I'm just saying that people should be able to acknowledge when somebody's being stupid. But I think that really the issue, especially with like black identity politics, is that a lot of people are unwilling to, for whatever reason, acknowledge and define that behavior. And also delusional behavior. It's basically like anything that you believe you are is true. Well, that's a really, really dangerous precedent to set.
Yeah, because the moment you say you believe in it, it's already like almost like saying it's not true.
like I believe I'm above the law and I can do whatever I want,
Yep,
and
that's not
everybody's
true.
money is my money. I believe it.
Well, I mean, some people believe in Santa Claus. but no one really says like, oh yeah, I believe in my parents, because you know your parents are there. You know they're real. You might be able to like say you believe in them accomplishing something, but you don't really believe in things that you know to be true.
You want to put a patch on your shoulder?
Yeah. So most people say they believe in Jesus or they believe in religion because they're still not fully sure if it's true or not.
Where do you want it?
Ooh, like right there.
Hopefully that will help. But yeah, sometimes I really do think it is like your shoulders like hurt in the same spot as my shoulder, just on the opposite shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, a lot.
Ooh.
Okay.
All Americans, not only in the states most heavily affected, but in every place in this country, are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country. The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers. That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more by hiring a record number of new border guards, by deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before, by cracking down on illegal hiring, by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens. In the budget I will present to you, we will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes, to better identify illegal aliens in the workplace, as recommended by the commission headed by former Congresswoman Barbara Jordan. We are a nation of immigrants, but we are also a nation of laws. It is wrong and ultimately self-defeating for a nation of immigrants to permit the kind of abuse of our immigration laws we have seen in recent years, and we must do more to stop it. You believe in open borders and complete chaos. If you notice the line report in the chamber, and the video was everybody was in that chamber. If I were in Congress in 1995, I would have also stood. Because I wasn't, I stand here today. Other than President Donald J. Trump, the greatest president in my lifetime, with the most safest and secure border, I believe President Clinton understood just how important border security is for our nation. Boy, oh boy, have times changed. 28 years later, elections are locked away. They've gone completely nuts. They've done just the opposite of what the leader of the Democrat Party, President Clinton, stood for border security in 1995. This committee's ranking member, who was in Congress in 1995, I assume he stood. It seemed like the majority, if not all, of the entire chamber, they stood. Matter of fact, Mr. Clinton delivered his speech in the third year of his first term, and he was reelected in 1996. He beat Bob Dole, won by over 8 million votes, won the Electoral College 379 and 559. He had the support of the American people, and I'm going to assume the ranking member also voted for Bill Clinton in 1996. We have two other members, Ms. Jackson and Ms. Lofgren. They were both freshmen at the time. I will assume they stood during that powerful speech as well. You know why they supported and voted? They voted for legislation in 1996 strengthening our immigration laws. I applaud it for that. So what's changed, folks? What's changed with the Democrat Party? I'll tell you what's changed. If you would have heard President Clinton's voice or seen his face, you would have thought Donald Trump delivered that speech. I don't believe that President Clinton was called a racist, a white supremacist who hated immigrants, as the left and the dishonest media has painted Donald J. Trump to be. I have a report from the Heritage Foundation titled "Tracking Movement of Illegal Aliens from NGOs to the Interior of the USA." Why do you think NGOs have moved illegal immigrants? The 431 of the 435 commercials. The truth is, hear me, it's because the Democrats' progressive policies are not acceptable to Americans. Americans pay the taxes of approximately 30,000 households that were tracked to NGOs in our border states. They tracked approximately 22,000 devices at 20 NGO locations in January 2022. The same devices were later traced to 431 separate U.S. progressive districts. 52, the highest rate of tracked devices, 71 of the Republican progressive districts. Before we do that, it's not possible. The flood of illegal immigrants means a continued rise in supply surplus labor. That surplus drives down the wages of existing middle class and lower class job holders until they leave the job force, and then they're forced to go on welfare to the homeless. They will become unsecured on the Democrats. That's what this is all about. Welcome to Star Trek Fleet Command. In this game, you will have to make important strategic decisions that impact your gameplay and player experience. So my son says men cannot be women.
Very inflammatory statement.
So my son says men cannot be women.
Very inflammatory statement.
Okay, what is your opinion?
Well, I think that a man can be a trans woman. So a type of woman. So yes, I think man can be a woman. Because a trans woman is a woman.
What is woman? And that's not a like a stupid math question. What
a cis woman is based on that's based on biology, but they're both women.
So it's perception reality. Like if you perceive something, like if I perceive something as reality, is it reality? Or if I is expression reality? If I express myself, is that reality? Whatever I express myself as, is that the reality?
Well, how a person expresses themselves, like the name they go by or the pronouns they choose, then that is their reality of their identity. So yes, whether what someone perceives as reality is another thing, because people perceive things wrong all the time.
So if I express myself as like a lizard, am I a lizard?
A lizard is not a human being, it's an animal. I mean,
Right.
that's not like a lizard. You dressed up as a lizard.
Right. And if you dress up as a girl, I'd say you dressed up as a girl.
A conversation about gender, which has nothing to do with animals.
But what's the fundamental difference between expressing yourself as a woman and that making you a woman, and expressing yourself as a lizard and that making you a lizard?
Because expressing yourself as a woman is your gender identity. Expressing yourself as a lizard is you say you're an animal.
Your species is a part of your identity.
That's not gender identity. Gender in itself is fluid and flexible. With the non-binary people.
What's the difference with why is gender fluid and species is not?
Because species is like the animal that you are. Like a lizard couldn't really transition to be a dog because they're completely different species. And
And I would argue that men are completely different sexes.
see, here's the thing: gender isn't based on biology. Your species is based on biology, obviously.
No, your gender is based on biology. Your sexual preference is not based on
How do
biology.
people get that far fucked up?
I don't know, for some reason they just smushed the
Like
two
even
together.
hearing her speak it, I'm just like, how do you not catch your words being contradictory to themselves?
Like in my mind, lesbians can only be female. You
Yeah,
can't
that's what
be
makes someone
a
lesbian.
male lesbian. Even if you're a man who
makes you
thinks
gay.
he's a woman, like lesbians are girls because their biology is I'm a woman who loves a woman who wants to be with a woman. So that has nothing to do with like their gender and their sexual preference are two different things. They just coincide in the same thing. You know, like that's what bothers me. I'm like, your sexual preference is not your gender. It is not what you were born as. It's what you prefer to sleep with. Somehow they got pushed together. It's like my sexual preference is now my identity. And it's like that's not true.
Sex is a sexual category that defines what your body is biologically capable of. Right? So, yeah, so female, according to Oxford, is going to be defined as a person who falls into the sexual category of carrying children and producing other life. Man is going to be the inverse.
Right now, there's currently a mass vaccination right now against people across the country. And so you can have your side here and you can pretend that you're going to be, oh, I'm super neutral, I'm just
I'm
asking.
not neutral. I'm very biased.
But what I was going to say is,
I'm not just asking questions.
you should be correcting it. I'm trying to educate you.
American.
But what I'm saying is, you're
You want to know something really funny? Because the left can't seem to get their shit in order or straight. So the Charlie thing happened. The mayor or the governor, or I think it was the governor of the state, declared it a political assassination. So now it's like, dude's getting the death penalty, big deal. The left instantly start freaking out because he's not a political figure and he has nothing to do with politics and he didn't actually like make any laws or do anything, so it's not a political assassination.
What?
And they were upset about it. So in my mind, I'm like, that could go both ways, but I kind of get what you're saying. But then the moment the sports teams and like the NFL and MLB and baseball did a memorial thing for Charlie, the first thing out of their mouths were, keep politics out of sports. Make up your fucking mind, guys. Either he was a political figure or he wasn't. You don't get to go, oh, he wasn't in politics, it's not a political assassination, and then turn around and go, keep him out of sports, that's political, that's not okay, or keep politics out of sports. Like,
Yeah, so either
do you guys
he,
ever hear yourself speak? Like, even just a little bit?
and it's
And it's
funny
literally the
too,
same people, because you could see the same account on Twitter saying the same things, and you're
but
just like, you're contradicting yourself.
the funny part about that is too,
Hello?
like they seriously they get mad about football not wanting to do the Pride Month stuff because Packers are one of those teams that are like, no, football's football. We're not doing this
Yeah, we're not doing this
woke
Pride Month
stuff
stuff.
anymore. Like we don't care. We're going back to just football
And
being
then they threw a
football.
fit about it.
No, then other teams started jumping on board. But yeah, they totally threw a fit about it because they're just like, no, we're a football team. We're not a political fucking, stance fucking thing,
But
whatever.
then the
Because they're
left was
trying to
totally
keep it
okay
out.
with the BLM masks and everything that people were having and the BLM stuff on their jerseys. Even though the right was like, yo, it's a little different, but whatever.
Yeah.
But that was okay.
It's just
I'm
funny
just like,
because
man, you guys just can't
they
keep your
want
facts
football
straight.
to have politics, but only their
But only their
politics. They only want
politics.
them to be on their side.
So the moment it's something they don't like, it's, oh, you can't do that.
Which is funny because like this is teams full of big burly dudes that have spent their whole like high school careers getting good and working hard and being who they are and not being cis boy simps. So it's like, of course they're not going to go with you. Of course they're not going to be like, oh yeah, we totally agree with these people who suck at their lives and don't want to try and don't care. Fuck no, they worked hard, like since they were probably 10.
Yeah.
I don't get experience with this very often for previously. You guys have any idea what you're talking about, and your confidence far exceeds your confidence. After years, he has finally returned jobs.
My question is in regards to when you made on Joe's podcast a couple years ago, where you held being transgender a sociological critique and compared trans people to Satanists.
Stewie confronts the Q&A, and she tries to play usually he's not really at this point.
To Satanists.
Yeah, I don't think so. I've never heard that. This sounds like you bashed John.
I like how he's just like, no.
You called being transgender equivalent to participating in satanic rituals in the 1980s. Good quote.
So I didn't catch that last point. She's speaking to the microphone, reverberates to the wall, so he needs to hear it, not through the mic, so he leans in.
You called being transgender and and you compare that to satanic rituals that predate in the 1980s.
I see. So that's very different than the proposition that you made before.
Right. Seriously becomes anti-trans comments. I wanted to question you on that.
See this pattern a lot.
Right, totally took his thing out of context and was like, I didn't compare them to Satanists. And then she was like, well, you compared them to people who partook in Satanist rituals. And it's like, oh, okay, that's two totally different things. Let's get it right here.
That's like saying that your mom has mommy dearest fucking what is it? Not intentions, but things that make you feel the same. Like they give off that personality.
vibes,
Yeah,
yeah.
mommy dearest vibes, and it's just like, oh, that sounds good. And it's like, no, she was a terrible mother.
Yeah, she was.
She was horrible to her kids. But I'm not saying that you're absolutely horrible to your kids. I'm just saying you have
get off
those
those
vibes
vibes of, like,
of like
You're
your
really
kids
nice,
don't really have
but your
fun.
kids hate you.
Yeah, like there are.
Which
two
I know what
different
you mean,
things.
because I've met parents like that where it's like you come off as like the sweetest, nicest, like I cut your crust off your sandwich type parents, but then you are hanging out with the kid and you're just like, nah, my mom's a bitch, dude. Like, fuck that. Like, hell no. She fucking yells at me all the time. She fucking beat me for not making my bed properly. And You're just
Yeah.
like, damn, bro, you got it rough.
I was even watching a Dr. Phil one of like angry children and stuff, and one of them, like there was a lot of them, but one of them that like I felt bad for was like the single mom who lost her older son, and the kid was just acting out ever since then, and
think I
he's
saw
just
that
like,
one, too.
dude, everything is my problem and my fault, and it sucks, and she just talks to me this way, and it's like, I'll be doing just anything, and it's like, well, why aren't you doing that? And she immediately has to correct me. She has to tell me what I'm doing wrong. She has to tell me why I'm doing it wrong. Like, tell me, and all of this stuff. And it's like, I'm 10, like I'm a kid. Of course, I'm doing like I'm just trying to, like everything's yelling. There's never like, I love you. I want to hang out with you. I want to do stuff. He's like, and I'm sad too. And it's just like really sad because sometimes parents do that, especially when you lose a sibling. It's like she just couldn't, like, even watching through it, Dr. Phil's like, stop yelling at him. Like, just stop stop doing this stuff. Just talk. And then she made an agreement to not yell. And he was like, okay, cool. Moment Dr. Phil left the room, he did something. He was trying to talk about something. She's like, no, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about this, and like try to control the conversation. He's
Yo,
like,
what up? Mix it up.
see, you're doing it again. Like, and then he just started freaking out again. And it's like, it's true though. Like, some parents just don't understand.
Come on, smoke it. Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah,
We're having a conversation. Oh, see, when you watch the clip of what he was talking about, you're like, oh, it totally makes sense. I understand why he was comparing the two. He was comparing the ideology and how fast it spread. And he was pretty much like back when satanic rituals first came up in the world, it kind of spread amongst the youth, women particularly, and then it was just like an ideology that spread, and then you had multiple ideologies created out of that, and he was comparing that to transgender ideology, which came up and then took over the youth pretty much, and then spread like wildfire and created a bunch of different ideologies.
Yeah.
He was comparing the two similar situations and how they were. He wasn't necessarily comparing a transgender person to a satanic ritualist.
And not
person.
even at that, I think at first she was like satanic, like sacrifice rituals and shit like that. Like,
she was trying to make it sound like he was comparing them to like fucking people that are writing letters in blood on the walls and fucking
and
pentagram
to be fair,
shit.
if they want to do that, technically when you're cutting off body parts of like your own flesh and blood to get something you want, that is like black magic. It is like blood magic. It is like I'm using the blood of my body to get something that I want. I'm giving it out there as a sacrifice to the world.
Does that mean Saw is technically about black magic?
No, because he's not actually practicing magic.
Well, yeah, but they're cutting off body parts to get what they want.
No, not to get what he wants, because he's the practicer of it. So he's not. That's essentially like when you do something for yourself. Like if you're practicing a spell and you poke your finger to put some blood on it to add the blood to the
black magic.
Blood magic. Just in general, like if you're thinking Satanistic terms and things like that, like body mutilation to get what you want is part of that.
Ooh, what a big hit.
Damn, I put my thing on auto at like level 40 and it's still going.
Okay, that's such a stupid statement because if he denied the existence of transgender people, he wouldn't be talking about the transgender ideology because there wouldn't be any ideology because there wouldn't be any people.
Yeah, he would.
So there would be nothing to talk about.
Yeah, he would be like the other people in the world who are like, no, that's just men. That's just dumb men ideology or mental illness men. Like he wouldn't call them transgendered. Yeah. He would just say that's men with mental illness.
That guy's laughing so hard in the background.
I'm sad because I like her scarf. I don't like how she has her hair underneath the scarf though. Like who the fuck does that? Yeah, there was really no question. It was, didn't you say this? Didn't
Yeah.
you say this? And he was like, no, I didn't say it that. Like, they didn't say that. I said this. Those words were in that sentence, but not where you put them,
Yeah.
you know? And it's just like constantly having to be like, didn't you say this? And it's like, no. And then having to rephrase it. And they'd be like, well, you're not answering her question. It's like, she's not asking questions. She's making accusations that are
Oh my god,
incorrect.
do you know what that reminds me of? It totally reminds me of Scooby-Doo 2 when he's leaving the first crime scene and the news people are there and he's like, no, I'm not talking to you. You're gonna edit things to make it to make people think I said Coolville sucks or something. And he's like, damn it, and walks away. And then like 30 seconds later, it's a news article and they're like, and then we interviewed Fred and he had this to say. I think Coolville sucks. It's just like that's exactly how these people work. You could say like a whole fucking minute and a half long rant, and then they're gonna clip out 3 words and be like, "Yep, this is what they
It
said."
also reminds me of Jay and Silent Bob. I am the clit commander. You
I'm the
never
master of
find
the
the clit. Oh shit.
Oh my god, can we change our clan leader name?
And then he's just like, man, everybody knows it doesn't exist. Silent Bob's like, I love the face. Oh, Kevin Smith, you guys. Oh. Do you want to load another bowl or were you on a dab time? I'm not sure where you're at on your day off today.
It could be dab time. I did take a dab once already. I do have to pee.
Okay.
And I probably need to get something to drink eventually.
Okay. So you have a lot of shit on your list to do. You want Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, or Coke?
Pepsi's fine.
Alright, so that means that I am a dab behind, so I'm going to take a dab now. And then he's probably going to take a dab, and then I will take a dab. So I can catch up. Like the tomatoes. See, dab. Yeah, I'm not good at this.
Oh, I'm back.
Man, so the second alliance I'm in, it's their Euro alliance apparently, and my leader's from Germany. And And they're funny. Last night before I went to bed, I was reading some of the Lions chat, and apparently Putin is like putting drones out everywhere, I guess, like all over Europe. And I was just like, damn. And they're like talking about it. They're like, yeah, there's drones like everywhere. I hear them all the time. It's so annoying. It's like he's throwing a fit. And I was like, man, it's funny that like they feel kind of the same way too. Like he's not getting what he wants. And now he's just annoying people. Like he's not really like doing anything horrible or not horrible. He's just being really fucking annoying. He's just like fucking with people just to fuck with people. And you're like, why can't you just stop? Put some money into your country and just love your shit and do your thing and just not waste so much money.
Oh, I've never seen this one. They debate Jordan versus LeBron. I'm sad because I want to watch it.
I've seen a clip on that. I think he comes up and he's just like, I agree with you and I love everything you say or something like that. So I just really want to know this.
How do you define greatness?
Ah.
So therefore, if you look at point totals of LeBron, we got to take them an asterisk, right? Because where was defense more emphasized in the early '90s NBA or today? Defense is definitely more emphasized in the early '90s. Right? Hold on. When was the NBA more popular? '90s or today?
90s. Yeah, it's a joke nowadays. LeBron did that. I mention that all the time. Do I not say that, chat? Anyone who watches basketball knows. Like he turned it into like an acting class. See, the 3-point contest doesn't bother me as much. It's the acting that people do that LeBron started. Because LeBron knew, like, oh, if he pushes off of me and I just throw my body this way, he'll get the call every time. And he always does. And it's like, bro, he's not even making a foul. You're just pretending and they have to call it. It's so annoying.
No, I get it though. It's like, I don't know.
He never lost a final.
I've always been Michael Jordan's the GOAT fan. Like he is the greatest of all time. I do not.
Right. There's definitely arguments of him not being the greatest of all time, but there are definitely great arguments of him being much better than LeBron.
It doesn't matter to me. I'm like, as a kid, Michael Jordan
Because Larry Bird
like he
also.
said, he was the face of basketball. I didn't watch basketball. I didn't
Yeah.
care about basketball. I watched Space Jam and I was like, who the fuck are these people? I know that guy. And then it was like confusing because he played baseball and I was like, whoa, mom, what's going on? Michael Jordan does not play baseball. And she was like, oh no, he did. And she had explained life to me. And I was like, wow. And it's all because of Michael Jordan. He is the face of the NBA. He's the reason I even knew anything about the NBA and started to watch basketball.
That was another good point, though. He's like, when you go to the store to buy new shoes to go play basketball, you're not going, oh, are you getting those Jordans? Or are you saying, oh, are you getting those LeBrons? It's like, yeah, you say, oh, you're getting those Jordans.
That is kind of funny.
That's another important point. The average score in NBA game in the 1990s were like high 80s, early 90s. Now an average regular season game in the NBA is like high 110s, early 130s. They don't play defense as much. The game has been played more.
It's true. But it's just because playing defense now is so much harder because it's like every little thing is like a penalty call, and then you're just
Because of
like,
LeBron.
yeah, and it's like not even. It's just like fuck it, like we'll just all play offense. We're just constantly throwing and running and throwing and running and throwing and running. Like no one's guarding. That position doesn't even exist anymore. It'd be so sad if football did shit like that. Like I know it's
They're getting
slowly.
close.
I know.
Especially the quarterbacks. They treat quarterbacks like they're the fucking king of the field sometimes, and you're like, bro, just take a hit. Like, I understand there are roughing the passer calls. I get it, but not every hit to the shoulder is a roughing the passer. Sometimes they'll get roughing the passer when like a player just happens to trip and then he backs over him, and you're just like, bro, you stepped over him. Like, what do you mean
Or
roughing
like
the
the
passer?
guy's in midair from already jumping and like to tackle him, and he throws the ball,
And then he
they're
throws
just
it real
like,
quick.
oh,
You're like,
you
oh,
still.
you didn't stop
It's
yourself
like,
in midair from hitting him, so roughing the passer.
like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Like, football is definitely getting close to being a joke.
The game has descended into sloppiness, ratings driven. Really, China is a model of the game. China, by the way, NBA is compared all the China to free broadcast their money. If they like 5 points, 3-point shooting, and players, if you watch the Chinese NBA, it was played all and by the way, it's like, and like, coach, we're played and I know this is a tough question. I can think of like I can think of 2 moments in LeBron's career that I think is clutch. Maybe the block that gives the Cavaliers were in the finals when he went to Cleveland. Respect that was good for him, right? And maybe like the game winner, I think it was like game 3 or game 4 for the series.
It's crazy that like everything that he enjoyed, he had knowledge on.
Such a smart person. That's true. The GOAT doesn't have to keep playing until he's 40.
Yeah, and especially when you can like see how the game's played and the talent now, and you're just like, no, because I could still like whoop your guys' asses easily now because you won't even touch me because everything's a penalty. It's like I'm gonna run up and down the court.
Shoot, how old was
This right here is Patrick Watt. At the time, they considered him the best goalie in the entire.
damn, I can't think of the Patriots quarterback now, all of a sudden.
Oh, Tom Brady?
Yeah, how old was Tom Brady when he retired? Did he hit 40 yet?
I don't think so.
I think he's just about to. But he's also been retired for a full year now. Maybe 2. It's crazy how many more videos like this I see on my feed. When I'm like, I bet you, like, people have been doing this for a long time, but like, they're just now popping up on my feed like this. It's just like people with billboards, like standing in public spaces or like colleges and like talking. And it's like YouTube's known I watch videos like this for like years. And just now it's like, here's all these other ones.
Yeah, weird.
Children cannot consent to puberty blockers. Oh.
Yeah,
It's
because you
kinda
know where that
weird.
line needs to stop? Children cannot consent.
Yeah. Period.
Children do not understand. They're easily swayed by whatever adult makes them like happy, gives them what they want, or
Most
like,
kids barely even understand what death means.
yeah.
Most kids think Santa and the Easter Bunny are still a thing.
You
Let
know,
alone giving them
when I
consent
was
on
a
a medical
kid,
decision.
I believed Pluto was a planet. You know why? Because I had all these adults telling me Pluto was a planet.
Yep. Guess
They
what? It's
showed
not.
me these experiments and their definitions, and they taught them to me, and they showed me in the sky where it was at. But it turns out Pluto's not a planet. That's what happens when you just believe things.
Yep.
Or even now, we believe it's not a planet. And what if it truly is a planet? And they're like, oh, you remember that dumb era when they were like, Pluto wasn't a planet, but it's really a planet? Like, what happens? What happens? That happens now. Smarter scientists will come out and be like, yeah, you guys are just stupid. Never know.
It's funny also how many people take already existing words that already mean something and then they try to use it in a mean way. And that group of people kind of just like stick with it and they're just like, oh, that's just our word now. And that just always means hate towards us. It's like, man, you know, originally it meant something else, right? You kind of just like took it to heart a little bit. Like if you went to a auto body shop and someone was like, "Hey man, we got to change that tranny," and someone was like, threw a fit and was like, oh, "You use that word. You're racist. You're horrible." I'm just like,
Horrible.
but you know we've been using that word for a long time for other things, right?
I did not know.
Because I kind of feel the same way when people get mad at people using the word fag, and it's like, you know that you used to mean like a cigarette butt, right? For like probably like 100 years or so, maybe longer. People have been saying fag as a
My
cigarette.
thing is retarded. It's like I feel like that is just not what people actually. It just never was even. Because when I was younger, like it's maybe in the 50s that's what it was used for, but like when I was younger, even in the 90s, it's not what it was used for. Mental ill people were never used for that.
Yeah,
It was
no.
always just really stupid people acting to do obnoxiously stupid things, and
People-
you're just like, why are you doing these things that are just so annoyingly dumb?
That's when you're just like, don't be retarded.
Like obvious do not do decisions.
Let me return to polygraph, if you don't mind. Let me return to polygraph, if you don't mind. It seems that the polygraph took a while to and one of the things I noticed about myself is I used to go to the theaters. I love going to movies. And I thought
All right, now it's my ketchup, Dad.
Yes.
Tomatoes. Whoa, we're on a different person. Oh, I like him. He's Frequency.
Mm-hmm.
I
There's a
can't
lot of
think
things.
of what his name is. I know because he's also in Signs, right? No, he's not.
No, that's Mel Gibson, isn't
No,
it?
he's in he's in Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just like, I don't know why I said Signs. I'm sad because his name will come to me randomly later, and I'm like, damn it. I think he's also in Yours, Mine, and Ours. Or is it the 18? No, I think that is Yours, Mine, and Ours, where they have like a shit ton of fucking kids.
Keanu Reeves, right? You think Leonardo DiCaprio was the last movie star? It was Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves came up after Leonardo. And Keanu's still going.
I don't think so.
And he's a movie star.
I don't think Keanu came up after Leonardo.
Yeah, because Leonardo was already doing big movies. Because Titanic was a huge movie before Matrix. Matrix was his big breakout movie, and Titanic was his big breakout movie. Well, maybe not even big breakout movie.
I
Just
guess
like
you're
one
kind
of his
of
big
right
movies.
because you know what I actually remember Leonardo DiCaprio on first because I absolutely love this show, Growing Pains.
Oh yeah, see, and that was even way
Because
before.
they actually brought him in on
Matrix.
like the last season to try to up the ratings or something. I'm not quite sure
Yeah,
why. And the
Because
people
even at that point, he
realized,
was
like,
already famous.
oh my God, he is so adorable. He is so cute. Like we love him. He acts so well. Like his Leonardo DiCaprio was so popular just from Growing Pains, and I know he probably was on stuff a little bit before that, maybe commercials.
He had
and
to have
things
if they
and
brought
stuff
him
like
on to make the show popular.
Exactly.
So he
I
had to
just
have been even before
don't
that.
know. Oh, I don't know if he was popular. If they brought like a good-looking kid to try to up the ratings. I don't know if it was his name or what. I just remember reading about it, but that's why they brought him into Growing Pains.
Yeah.
And man, he was so good.
Yeah, because he almost had like
'Cause
a
he just-
solid like 8 years of like movie star being Leonardo before Keanu even had The Matrix come out.
Yeah, I fell in love with him. I think Romeo and Juliet. Something about his like dark
Which I also
and
think was before 99.
broody and greatness. Like, oh my God, Leonardo DiCaprio was totally my like dude. And then Josh Hartnett came around, and I was like, yeah.
But he wasn't as big.
No, he wasn't, but he was more my type.
You could maybe argue, what's Legolas's name? His
Oh,
real
Orlando
name.
Bloom.
You could probably argue Orlando Bloom, but even I don't think he got as big as Leonardo.
Oh
The
yeah,
only
no, I'm not
person
talking
I
about
think
bigger than
that was
Leonardo.
close-
Sure.
Well, because he was saying movie star, and like movie star is like a very specific category of like
Oh,
Johnny
I get
Depp, Leonardo, and so like
Keanu.
I think
okay.
Keanu might be in my personal opinion. I think he's the last one, but maybe he hasn't actually reached that like
But is he just
movie
talking
star,
about
movie
movie
star?
star famedom, or is he talking about movie star like just like attitude, like life living and like stuff like that? Because
Like the
Keanu does
fandom
not.
of it, because they're talking about the culture
Because
and
yeah,
everything.
because Keanu doesn't live life like a movie star,
No, but
but
he
Leonardo
can
DiCaprio
go
does.
anywhere on the planet and people are gonna know him from his movies. Like,
Yeah, but I think they're doing it as a whole. So it's like who has all these movie star characteristics the most, maybe? No, I guess
so
it doesn't
because
really matter
Keanu's
because
not
you're just
living the lifestyle enough,
yeah.
he doesn't make the list.
That's what I think. That's the only thing I can think.
He also makes a really good point too. It's not as like, it's not as cool and shocking like, oh, I met someone on TV, because now everyone's on YouTube and Twitch and TikTok and Instagram, and you see people online all the time. So it's, I kind of get what he's saying there too. It's a little less shock and awe of, oh, I see you on TV.
Yeah,
'Cause
see,
now
there's
people
that. But
in,
I
like-
was very, very, very shocked and awed to see Keanu just as much as Leonardo. So I'm like, I'm still kind of on your page with that. Like,
Right, like
Keanu
Keanu
is
is
like,
definitely the last like actual movie star.
I just don't
You could
know
possibly
if he
argue
says it
Keanu
just because he's
Reeves,
older.
but or not Keanu Reeves. You could possibly argue Robert Downey Jr., but he's really just a comic book culture movie star. It's like outside of Marvel in the movie culture world, he's not really as beloved, I guess you could say. Whereas Keanu has done all kinds of movies. He's been in comedy movies. He's been in love movies. He's known for his action and his gun scenes. It's like, I just think Keanu definitely fits that more.
I love Keanu. I totally agree. Um, especially when it comes to like just like movie stars, like I
Yeah.
think he is somebody that people will remember, just like Leonardo DiCaprio.
I think more than.
I don't know, because you just never know, because they're still
Besides just
very
now, when was the last time anyone's even mentioned him or even talked about him?
always.
In like the cultural space of these
Yeah.
people are still talking about it? I haven't heard him.
I think the last I
In a long
heard
time.
was probably again this year that he's dating somebody who is in their 20s and not a 19-year-old or some shit like that, or somebody who is
I mean, that
possibly
still
in their
fits.
30s.
It's always someone that's not able to drink.
Somebody who, I think that's the thing. I think it was somebody who could drink.
He actually dating someone in their like over 21.
Yeah,
That's
that's
very
what I think it
interesting.
was, and it was like very,
Stepped it up
you
a little
know,
bit.
because then before that, it's like he was in the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the Quentin Tarantino film, which
That was a while ago.
yeah, but then because there's always he's dating this, because he stopped dating this girl after that, and then he started dating a new girl, and then they weren't dating anymore, but he was seen with somebody else, and then that person kept saying, no, we're not dating, and they're like, no, we're not dating, but they were just hanging out a lot, and then now,
Hanging out.
because it's always like his movie star drama is just that he's a dude who's dating young hot females, so I'm just like, and then he just does good movies, and then his drama is I date young hot females.
Acting like if anyone else was in Leonardo DiCaprio's position, if all these 20-year-old girls weren't trying to throw themselves at them all the time, they'd be over there like, no, I can't.
I'm
Looking the other
not
way.
saying that. I'm
No,
just
no,
saying
no. I'm not saying you were. I'm saying there's guys
that's
out
his
there.
movie star life.
Yeah, I'm just saying there are guys out there who try to portray him as this horrible person.
And women who also think he's a horrible person, but I'm
Yeah,
like, no.
as the women themselves are the ones throwing themselves at him 24/7.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to just go,
No.
oh, you're illegal, but I can't. And just
Yeah.
look the other way and just be like, oh, all these girls half naked around me. I
I
just
know.
gotta look the other way.
Right, like I have one life to live and too high of standards.
Yeah, and he's not married. He doesn't have any kids that I know of. I don't think he has kids. So it's like, and it's not like he dated a certain type of woman, got old, and then
Change.
got this weird like fetish for young women. Like he's been in Hollywood his whole life, that he's literally always had the same preference and the same type of woman in his life. So it's a little different to get weird at him for that when it's like he's always dated the same type of woman for as long as he was allowed to date women. So it's like it's a little different than like 40-year-old dudes who like randomly are like, yeah, I'm gonna try dating a 19-year-old today and like see how this goes.
Yeah.
That's a little different. He's been 20 dating 20-year-olds and then just grew up
I bet you
still
he was
having 20-year-olds
probably
throwing themselves at him.
16 dating 20-year-olds.
You know, probably. I didn't want to say it, but like, let's be real, probably.
I just, especially in the 90s, like coming off of an era of time when people
Few
literally
hours ago.
left their houses to just follow bands at the age of 15 and was like, bye mom, I'm
Oh,
out.
right. I'm traveling the
You
country
know, like
for the
we
summer.
heard stories of shit like that. Like my mom was an older mom, so it wasn't as much that way, but she did a lot of really cool stuff. But like people did that. That's the life. That was like
There's a TV
70s
show
and the
about it.
80s.
Yeah.
And it's like you guys just there was so much more freedom with less judgment. So it's like, damn, they got away with hella shit, and then we get older, we're just,
Yeah.
you know. But it is what it is.
Because there's even rock stars that I'm pretty sure have pretty awkward lyrics about like she was 16 or something. And
Yeah.
then you're just like, what did you just say, bro? And you're just like, well, I guess
Yeah.
back then they judged a lot less. So it was like
Yeah,
her
but
body,
being
her
a
choice, right, chat?
yeah, but being a teenager with like parents
I'm
like
kidding.
that too. No, I'm not. I'm saying just girls
No, I
and
meant the her
people.
body, her choice joke.
Oh.
I was like, I'm kidding.
Yeah. I just think that like as teenagers, like when you see how much your parents got away with and you talk about it and things like that, then you grow up and you just like you want to push your limits too. So it's
I
like
say that all the
freedoms.
time because the baby boomers complain the most about the shit we do, and it's like
But
you're
here's
the
the thing.
generation. They were the generation that got away with fucking like partying in the woods and having festivals and doing acid.
But see, here's the thing. The only thing kids our generation could push boundaries with is sex and drugs and alcohol. There is nothing else. Like they
Yeah, well, we
weren't.
kinda
You're not
lessened the
allowed to just
alcohol.
go chase bands or do fun things or just like
They
make
made
up
that
your
really
school
hard.
year to, you know, like they made everything else just like where they left it to where that's all there was. So there's just a bunch of kids out there just trying to sleep with everybody. It didn't matter how old you were. You were like, oh, how old of a man can I get at the age of 16? Like people were crazy
Yeah,
because that's all that you left this generation with.
right.
there
Because they
is
did
no-
they fucked everything else up.
Yeah, there's no taking a tour, taking a break, following a band, choosing something different until gaming came around. I think gaming is like that that breath of fresh air for this younger generation. So they actually feel like that they're like doing something their parents didn't do and couldn't do, and they're like slightly better at it. And it's
This
like,
generation definitely could have it so great if they just stopped bitching about like the dumbest things so much. Because when I was growing up, smoking weed was looked down upon because you were never going to do anything with life. Playing video games was looked down upon because you were never going to do anything with your life. And watching anime was looked down upon because you were just a fucking weirdo and no one would ever want to hang out with you. Here we are in the modern time, and gaming's really popular and you can make a lot of money from it. Smoking weed is legalized and you could have made a lot of money off of it if I started growing and like started on that sooner. And anime is super fucking popular right now and is everywhere. It's crazy.
mm-hmm.
And instead of just enjoying everything, they're bitching about the dumbest things.
Yeah. But I think it's because they're pushing the bounds with things that they can. Like we're only leaving them with so much stuff. So it's like my body, my
Push the
rights,
boundaries
my
with the
things.
video games.
But that's the only thing but they don't want it. They want to push back at the older people who have been pushing on them, telling them stop doing this, stop doing that. You know, it's like, no offense to people because this is gonna sound really bad, but it's kind of like Hitler when he hated Jewish people because they were constantly saying, no, you're not good enough. Like, you need to be better, or like, you need to try harder, or this isn't just going to work out, because it was like his teacher, and then like somebody turned him down on a date or something like that. So, because of the coincidence of them being the same type of people, he was just like, oh, all these people hate me, kind of thing. And it's like, that's not a fair assessment. And that's what a lot of people are doing. It's like, because growing up, this certain type of person's just telling you to get your shit together, stop acting a fool, like, doesn't matter, just be normal. And it's like, no one wants to hear it, yeah, but at a certain point in time, it's kind of right. Because the world and society doesn't actually care. They're just like, do your job and move on, and you'll get paid. Don't be annoying, and everybody will be cool. Like, there's this huge like compromise of humanity, but it's like people don't really get told that, and then they grow up getting mad at the people that teachers who say stop, and they're like, only this type of person's ever been mean to me and tells me no, so I don't like that type of person. And it's like, that's not reality. That's a stupid way of, not a stupid, that's a Hitler way of thinking. It's just like, this type of person says no to me, so I don't like all of that type of people. And I think that's kind of where everything's going. That's what we're leaving this generation with, is like, all these people keep saying abortion's bad, so they're all bad. But it's like, no, maybe abortion's just bad. Like, it's not a type of person. It's just the act of killing something is bad. God says so. Jesus says so. I don't think you know.
I do know.
I know.
I think people are just easily swayed by clips.
I know.
Instead of just watching things, they go off of clips.
Clips, and just the fact that they can't comprehend that people can agree and disagree and still be good human beings. Like, that's, I think, where my problem lies, is if you disagree about something, then you're automatically like the enemy. And it's like,
Shit, we'd be enemies. We disagree every day on
it's
something.
like, that is
Shit, we
not
can't even watch a
reality.
TV show and pick the same team to go for sometimes.
No, you can't.
Most of the time, I'll be like, oh yeah, I like this person. And she'll be like, yeah, but I like these people. Like, okay,
Sometimes,
well, we're both going for these people.
yeah.
Every now and then we pick the same people, but I'd say for the larger majority, we're pretty on opposite, like, picking of teams.
Yeah. Like, we have a lot of
Even
stuff
the
in
drinks we
common
get,
that, like, core values almost always kind of, like, are the same.
they're more important.
Yeah, but when it comes to a lot of other things, I think you chat, if they were around long enough or they've seen enough, they would listen enough and know, like, yeah,
The
they
important
argue
things are the
about
same,
random
but we
shit.
argue about a lot.
A lot of random shit.
Our favorite animes probably wouldn't be the same. Our favorite TV
They're
shows
not.
wouldn't be the same.
Definitely
Our favorite
not.
movies wouldn't be the same. Our
Definitely
favorite
not.
color wouldn't be the same.
Nope. Even our favorite
Our
types
favorite
of books are different.
holiday. Yeah, our
Like,
favorite
our
books.
authors, like, way different. Like, my whole
Way
book
fucking
section is
different.
so different than his.
Our football teams aren't even the same.
Nope, I know, they're like complete opposites.
Complete opposites. Very complete opposites. One team is a very angry and aggressive team and bullies, and the other team is like, yeah, let's go do some charity and like be nice to the people and community service. And then my team is like, yeah, party in the club, throw money up, woo.
Except for like Crosby.
And they're getting better now. Well, I mean, nowadays they're getting better.
It's easier because
That's what
when
my
you
team was
have
known for
somebody
versus your
like
team's known
Crosby
for.
who's big, he's badass, he made his name, like, because I'm pretty sure when he came in, he wasn't a big badass star. Like, people weren't like, yeah, we wanted this guy.
He definitely wasn't a number one pick.
Yeah, he was just a dude who was
But
like,
he wanted to
I'm
be a Raider
putting
his
it
whole
in.
life. So
Yeah.
like, this is just what he wanted and put him to work.
And he did it, and now he's like one of the greatest,
He's
biggest
damn near the
names.
name. He's damn near the name of and face of the Raiders
Yeah.
now. And it's normally the quarterback.
And he doesn't drink. He is a sober dude. Living
Yeah, he
life.
just celebrated like a decent amount of years, like
Yeah.
7 years or something, or 5 or something crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And that's awesome. But that also probably drives other players to do that too, because I bet it's hard for people in relationships that are kind of like newer relationships to be on teams like that, because then they want to go party with the boys all the time. But then having like that solid dude who's just like, oh, I got a wife, I got a kid, like it's cool to like just go home and like fucking enjoy your family and the people who love you.
It's 6:30. Do we have to wake Champ
Oh
up?
shit, we do have to wake Champs up.
I just realized how late it was.
Damn.
All right, Champ. I will see you guys on the next one. I got shit to do.